Booyah! Hello everyone, my name is Devin Medhin, aka Gobblecock. Joining me as always is the ever-talented Captain K, and this is the Slab Lounge. Slab Lounge is brought to you by titties. We both love sucking them. Everyone loves to suck them, no matter which gender you subscribe to. And by Grimace's penis. Eat my dick! You might notice, first of all, full disclaimer, again, like the Grimace Challenge episode, this Slab Lounge kind of is and isn't scripted, and we'll get to why in a little bit. But more importantly, let's talk about what you're seeing on screen. See, after having a nice long chat with Captain K in our team meetings, he actually suggested that I put stock footage, but I was all like, wait a minute. Instead of using stock footage, I haven't done a Dev Diary video in forever. And I have been talking about insane driving, so rather than just talk, you actually get to see it. So not only is this an actual podcast, this is actually a Dev Diary as well. So you're getting a double attack. So take that, you bastards. Yeah. So that said, let's open up with something fun. Because over the weekend when we were doing our... Oh, by the way, this is actually our first Slab Lounge that is using Zoom. We are no longer using Discord, and my god, you could tell the difference. That said, let's do something fun, and let's talk about the Fast and the Furious. Specifically, Fast and Furious related pickup lines. I was telling Captain K, I was like, hey dude, because me and a coworker, we were talking about like Fast and Furious themed pickup lines, and like Captain K was all like, dude, I've never watched a Fast and the Furious movie, and I'm like, me neither, but fuck it, let's just make up some Fast and Furious themed pickup lines. So, by pickup lines, I mean something as stupid like this. So, imagine some dude coming up to this chick, and he's all like, hey baby, why don't you flash me your high beams?
Oh God!
Go to some random chick you're talking about, like, I can shift your clitoris into fifth gear like that. Oh God! What's a good picture?
Oh no!
Oh, don't give me that. Oh no! It's oh yay! Like, where has... Let me tone down the camera speed. Where has this thing been all my life? Should be the proper question you should be asking Captain K.
I don't know. I've been pretty good without the Fast and the Furious in my life for a while.
Oh, yeah, me too. Like, I honestly could care less about the Fast and Furious. I know, like, there are people that are just like, Doug, you're a fucking asshole. Fast and Furious taught me a lot of things about life. Oh, yeah? Like what? How to drive fast? No, they taught me the beauty of dialectical materialism. And you're just like, wait, what?
Like, oh shit, they did teach you something.
Right?
Well, but I mean, like, I don't know. It for my purposes, it's not. I don't have anything against a feel-good movie. Trust me. Okay. There's plenty of movies I watch where there's like, if you ask me like, what's the plot, and I'm like, actual plot. Okay. Yeah. But I'll still tell you the movie's awesome. Like, prime example, which is one of those hidden gems under Funimation's belt that no one ever remembers but is floating in there. Funimation owns Robo Geisha. That movie. Yeah. Can't even explain that plot. Can't even.
I think I've heard of Robo Geisha.
You probably have. I think there was a point in time, even when we were still in school, it possibly existed still then, and still wasn't as known.
Wow, possibly existed. Okay.
I haven't went to look up, like, the date. That's why I was like, I don't know the exact year, so it may have been during the time we were still in school, or it may have been, like, after. I know it existed after, I just don't remember if it released after.
Oh, okay.
So. But at any rate, point saying is like in that type of movie, you know, Fast and Furious, I get that, but they've drug it out so far.
Are they? Like,
it's just so.
Like no.
There's so many times they said they were going to be done, and they're still going.
Well, I mean, like, I can't necessarily blame Universal because it's a dumbass cash cow that people still flock to.
Make spin-offs! Do other things!
I think they did with, when, you know what, I'll keep the scaling. I think they did with when The Rock and Jason Statham were, like, buddy-buddy or whatever.
Yeah, but I mean, like, that's one out of 9 Fast and Furious movies that were not necessary. If we hit 10, if they're allowed to make Fast and Furious X, I'm done.
Wow, okay.
I don't want them to have the moniker of being able to throw that X at the end, because that seems like what they're aiming to. Because everybody loves to get to that 10, so they have an excuse for that X.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'm waiting for them to climb all the way there and be like, yeah, this is gonna be our final one, X. And I'd be like, no, I'm not even gonna pay attention to your trailer. No, I knew this was coming.
I'd like to see in the movie someone be all like, I can go from 0 to naked in under 5 seconds. Yeah. There's gonna be a lot of Fast and Furious themed pickup lines. Well, not necessarily. I take that back because like I only came up with shitty ones. Like I think the last one I did was like you drifted right into my pants.
Oh dear Lord.
You know what? I'm gonna get rid of that model set because I don't want to. I'd have to re-import it and export them separately. I'll do that on my own time. Anyway, this needs to be scaled up. Keep going. So, okay, but like, you want to know what's weird? Other than like the Fast and okay, so people, let me apologize right off the bat and say if you're tired of hearing this, I do straight up apologize. But like, so I did a Grimace video, right? With Trump asking Grimace because like he's like, a big and tasty for just $1. How did you do it, Grimace? What's your secret? And Grimace is all like, eat a dick, right? Obviously. But like when I was looking up McDonald's commercials with Grimace, dude, fucking, I was surprised at like some of the videos that people like. There are these fan videos, right? That they're just talking about how like Grimace, like the dark history of Grimace. How he has like how he's command of like a Nazi army or something. I was like, wait, what? And the shit that, like, yeah, I'm serious.
I vaguely remember Grimace in a Nazi outfit, but I don't remember the context. I vaguely remember that.
Wow. Okay.
I think that's true because I think I remember saw some image, but I was just kind of like, okay, and then I just like kept going.
Yeah, I was like so shocked, and I'm just all like, dude, did you know Grimace has a mom and like yeah, he has a mother, like and like she was shown, he has a grandmother and it's shown, and I'm just all
what?
Like, yeah. So I'm just all like, I'm imagining like Grimace having sex.
Because that means they do!
Yeah! And she's, in fact, it's that same woman who said, take me, Grimace, ravage me. And he was like, eat a dick. And now, like, I changed...
Maybe that's their mating call. I don't know. Maybe that's how it works.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
That's right. He can work all other times of the year except for when that mating season because he can't be in the store. They have to send him somewhere. Even the Hamburglar's more trustworthy. Like, you gotta go. Go take care of your business, Grimace.
So I'm picturing this, like, elaborate sex thing that he's doing, and, like, she's all like, come all over me, Grimace. Give me a pearl necklace. And you'd think he'd say, eat a dick. But no. here is his climax sound. He's just all like,
Oh my god! Oh my!
Well, keep in mind, this needs to be said, people. Like, you might be thinking, oh, that's hilarious. Keep in mind, people, no man makes a good climax sound. Whether you're just all like doing the cliched one, it's just like, oh yeah, or you're just coming down from like this angry sex high, and you're just like, two things that should be known is that no man makes a good climax sound, and no man makes a good O face. That is just that's a given. It's just a given. I mean, like,
unless you're actually drawn in the universe of the JoJo universe, then maybe. But that's because you're drawn with style.
That's because you're drawn with style. Okay.
Like, look at any JoJo character and tell me if, at any moment you're looking at them, they're not already at the point of some O face already. It wouldn't take much. It's just tweak a few lines. There you go. Like that. So you can't be like, oh, they don't look good. No, they're already making that face. That is the face. It's the same as watching Hunter x Hunter, and if anybody sees Hisoka, you're like, yeah, that's probably the face he does make during that. Yeah. So there's some, but those are created. No actual person.
Yeah. Okay.
No one in creation has that. I like that face, and that person's like, I like my face that way. No. It's one-sided usually. One of you think it's awesome. The other one does not agree. They're just being polite.
I'm just being polite. Okay. Oh man, when I was making up parodies, remember how I was telling you the Castlevania Lords of Realty bit?
Yeah.
I did one with Naruto. This was before Naruto actually ended, and he ended up with Hinata. Because I just went under the assumption that he'd get Sakura in the end. So the two are going at it in bed, and it's just you don't hear the climax or anything. Naruto just fucks up during. She's just no, I'm serious. She's so Sakura's move to the left. Come on, I'm trying. Hurry up, Naruto. Maybe I use a shadow clone jutsu. Okay, I'm done. And then she just walks away.
Oh my god.
He'd use a shadow clone jutsu. He would.
He uses it for everything.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if he used it for I wouldn't be surprised if he used it to masturbate. But I'm pretty sure he doesn't even know how to do that.
Nah, I feel like he just incorporates. Well, no, then indirectly, yeah, because he probably just incorporates for Sengun. It already has the hand movements. You already got Chakra doing stuff. He probably stumbled onto it and just never told anyone.
Yeah, I can buy that.
Those secret trials and those missions in the woods by himself.
Oh, God. Oh, my God. Right? Oh, my God. And it's just...
I mean, it still is not any stranger than the fact that Goku has kids, but still doesn't really know what a kiss is.
Yeah.
That is still the most not the fact that he doesn't enjoy it. Just if you mentioned what it is, he's just like, what? And you're like, how? You've what? That's one of those mind blowing things. You're like, how did you skip that step? And let alone skip it. How do you have no knowledge that step exists?
Well, I mean,
how has the other person never addressed that step?
Well, I mean, to be fair, we are kind of touching up on that in our thing. Should I even...
True.
Should I at least address, the title? Should I drop the title, or should I just, leave it alone? Still
leave it alone for the moment, because we have to figure that out.
Yeah, okay.
It's a page full. It's abbreviate it down, it's a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like we just got to figure out something that embodies it, but in a more condensed version. That's all.
That's all. Yeah, a more condensed version. Okay. Speaking of, we actually should talk about the new format for a bit, because like it has been brought to my attention that the Slab Lounge runs a little long. Oh shit! I forgot to set the timer. So I did set. So like I basically said we'd. Just me and Captain K, we were just like, okay, we have to keep things a little shorter. So that's exactly what we're gonna do. So like, we will. We're actually like let's say we run out of stuff to say like right now, then we just end it rather than just like we did on our first episode when I was like trying to search for like, oh, what did I? Oh yeah, Kaiba masturbating to Blue Eyes White Dragon, and it took me like a while. Yeah. So we're actually going to be shortening the the Slab Lounge podcast, and as far as the game dissections go, me and Captain K pretty much came into agreement that like because like let's say I want to dissect a game that Captain K knows nothing about. Then I'd basically be talking, and he wouldn't have much to say. He'd just be silent. And so we basically agreed to basically do our own dissections. So, so while we're still gonna do like a gaming podcast, we're actually just gonna be talking about like general shit. And the first thing we're gonna talk about is E3, and that'll be like as far as when that'll be uploaded, that's up to me and Captain K. Because like the Slab Lounge will still be uploaded on Wednesdays. As far as the gaming one, we'll talk about that soon-ish. That said, fuck, what were we talking about again?
I was sitting there wondering, like, are you going to remember where we started?
Oh man, does that mean like, oh Jesus, does that mean we end it now?
No, I mean your original branch off before everything came tumbling was the dark history of Grimace.
Oh, yeah.
But I remember what we were talking about. We just sidetracked really hard.
Well, that's what happens when we do our Slab Lounge bits. Hey, that's just a given. Oh, I might actually change this color on that thing, this texture, because all black in an outdoor park. Yeah, that's probably gonna change. Same goes with well, I might keep that. But anyway, but yeah, we were like, it's weird how things just evolve from their own like thing. What I mean by that is, especially when it came to the Fast and Furious themed pickup lines, I don't even know what the fuck we were talking about. I think we were talking about like. Because it wasn't me and Captain K. Like, because I have two jobs right now. I teach right now. In fact, I'm going to be having a class tomorrow after my day job, which is a labor job that I just kept because why not? Well, no, I can't say kept because why not. I actually do enjoy the labor job. It was originally supposed to be a temp thing, but like over time I grew to actually like doing that job, so I kept it. So right now I have two jobs as well as the Mad Hen House bit, and. Like, me and this coworker, his name's Robert. He's actually cool shit. Like, honestly, Captain K, if you met him, like, you two would be like me and him. We would just, like, work off of our ideas like a motherfucker. Yeah, I'm serious. And, we were I think we were talking about something completely random. Like, I think we were just talking about, like, it wasn't Cars. And by Cars, I mean the Pixar movie. I think we were talking about something involving, like, running or something to do with feet. And then somehow, the conversation just veered towards, like, the Fast and Furious. And, like, I was just all like, let's make up some pickup lines with the Fast and Furious. Unfortunately, Robert didn't want to participate. But, like, the other coworker, her name's Jo, she was just she was laughing her ass off with some of the pickup lines that I was coming up with, and yeah, I was just all like, when I was talking to Captain K, I'm like, dude, the fucking pickup lines have to go in the team meeting, or rather the Slab Lounge. So yeah, and like, you'd think there'd be like I have to find a way to work Grimace in there. I know I'm.
You're like, he already has an elaborate life. I need to.
Yeah, I mean, Grimace already has a Nazi army at his disposal. Who's to say he doesn't have to drive fast? I mean, he's already had sex. He saw Ronald McDonald naked.
There's so much in his life that I never really questioned. Because after a while, over the years, when you actually notice, like, the other mascots kind of just vanished into the distance. But Ronald was just always still there, and you're like, what did happen to them?
Yeah, you know? Like, what the hell did happen to all the other mascots? Because, like, there was apparently, like, this, they had a character in McDonald's. I shit you not. Mayor McCheese. This dude was actually referenced in an episode of, Undergrads, the pilot episode. Because, like, they had, like, the Judge Burger or whatever the fuck. And yeah, there's, like, a Mayor McCheese. And I'm just like, why all these characters, like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I remember him when I was a kid. He existed. Yeah. He used to be one of the things out when they used to have the playgrounds in better care. He used to be out there in display at some points.
I would not, nor would I.
Well, no one said that the closest to looking like a cool design character was Hamburglar.
Oh, yeah.
Hamburglar was the closest that you'd be like, yeah, I want one of those. Everybody else, you're like, I don't even know what that is. I don't, and Ronald was never not terrifying. I mean, it's like one of those horror movie things almost. Like, you come there because there's awesome fries, but you know you're going to regret it.
Yeah.
You're just like, no, it's going to be a trial, but I want those fries. And they're not even normal fries, because after 10 minutes, they're no longer fries.
No longer fries?
They're not, everyone knows. They do not stay fries forever. You can go anywhere else, and your fries get cold, and you can touch them and be like, yeah, that's still a potato. It's just maybe cold and soggy. And then McDonald's, you're like, I am now sure I can shank a person in the eye with this. That is what happens.
That is so fucking true. Oh my god. That is so true.
I don't know what... It makes no sense to me. Because even I cook. And so I can make fries. Mm-hmm. So I don't structurally understand how those fries work. Because fries should not suddenly, if they have any part of the potato still in it, there's no feasible way they should get cold and then become a brick. That potato did not become a baked potato does not become a brick when it gets cold. So how the hell does that fry do it? But when you eat it while it's hot, it's clearly mushy. So it's not like it's not a potato, but somehow they fry it to the point that it dies the moment it loses cool and just becomes an object of war. And I don't know how.
I love that saying. It just becomes an object of war. That is that.
I promise you, fill a bag with just the old fries standing up and just randomly put your hand in there. See if ow is not the response. You will not be like, oh, this feels weird. No, you will feel stabbed and blood may be drawn. That is what...
Well, for the record, that is why, you know... Oh, shit, I gotta re-rotate this. For the record, yeah, I mean, like, that's why I was all like, Grimace, I cut my finger on your french fries. You took it. Yeah, I mean, that's what I was like, but, like, man, you took that to a whole... Yeah.
I'm sorry, I used to work there as a kid.
Oh, really?
So I know my first job was McDonald's for like 2 years. I know the suffering of McDonald's. I understand, like, the continuous joke of their shake machine being broke. Yes. There were some times we just didn't bother. We were, there were times that it was broken, and there were times we were just like, nah, I'm not messing with it. It's broke. It's dead. I'm sorry. Like, I wholeheartedly did it before, too, because I knew, like, the process. That machine was not a new, easy machine. It was a whole machine that requires you go get, like, step ladders. You got to go pull this, drain this. No. And it's the last, like, 20 minutes of the shift. No, you get no shakes. We broke it down. You get nothing. I'll be staring dead at it, and I'm like, nope, we took it down. It's not working. It's just sometimes that machine's not worth it. It's from a realistic working perspective. In the beginning of the day, it's cool. It's cool. You have time. You're on the clock. When you're trying to go home and somebody orders something that is completely unnecessary, no. People come in, hey, can I have a burger? But I don't want any meat on it, but put some pickles and some what? What? And then they get there and it's like, it's from my rabbit. Even then, what?
I'm surprised. I did not know you used to work at Mickey D's. And considering how Brett worked at Burger King, you'd think she'd be all like, oh you motherfucker or something like that. You know what I mean?
Oh no. That's where we genuinely understood. That's why when she was talking about stuff for me, I was like, oh yeah, I know. Like, there's things that are probably understood between me and her that we didn't even have to discuss, like how grease traps function at fast food restaurants. Yeah, we both know.
Okay.
After you leave, you tend to not be excited to eat at those places again. That's just, you eat there while you're there, but after you leave, you rarely show up as much as you did when you were there.
Okay.
I do not eat McDonald's anywhere near what I did before. And even when I go, I'm pretty selective about what I pick. Just saying.
That's so funny, though. I mean, just like, Jesus crackers, man. Oh.
Every job has their secrets. It's just some are a little less easy to talk about.
Oh, yeah. I can totally, like, fucking... There's like, well, if there's one thing I said I would never do, it's I would never, ever do retail again. That's why, like, after I was done with, like, when I... Because growing up for me, the family business was a liquor store. I had to deal with all types of shit, including the fucking state lottery. And Lord knows I fucking hate the state lottery. For those who don't know why I'm so against the state lottery, here's the thing. The store owner only gets 3 cents on the dollar for every lottery ticket sold, and we have to pay for repairs and shit. And like the mentality behind some of their shit is like they're just like, well, you get this, yeah, well, you'll get some more business and shit. Because, you know, people will come in and they'll want to buy like more stuff. They just won't come in there for the lottery. They're lying. They're like those that only want lottery. They're only there for the fucking lottery. That's it. That's just as bad as I fucking. Oh, yeah.
Well, I mean, I can get your suffering in that because for 10 of my years was in hospitality.
Ooh, oh yeah.
And technically, indirectly, I was still in hospitality slightly when you knew me, even though my foot was never actually in the hotel most of the time we were there.
Yeah.
Because I was their remote employee, so half the time I'd be in class getting text messages and be like, you have to give me like 30 minutes, and then I'll go patch into your computer, and
Oh, man, yeah, I remember you telling me you were, like, in the hospitality scene. I'm just like, oh, man, I felt so bad because, like, the amount of shit that you have to deal with is arguably a lot more than, like, working retail or, like, the liquor store bit. You have to deal with all those fucking spoiled-ass pieces of shit.
Mainly, well, I mean, people are touch and go. Because there's ever so often that we had the ones that were, like, really awesome. And there's some that I'm still friends with now that were really awesome customers that came. Mm-hmm. And then you had the others where you're just like, Oh, you're back. Awesome. Like, all the life just drains out of you, even though you still have a smile. You're just like, okay. But it also didn't help that technically I would also sometimes work overnight, especially when we had a shortage of employees, which I won't go into the details of why we had a shortage of employees, but we had a shortage of employees. So there was a period of time where I kind of was the main employee. So I worked the morning and the evening shift, and then I was there overnight. And then I would open it back up in the morning. So the guests only saw me, so I had to do everything.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
It was such a tiring process because I could seriously be in bed, and 3 o'clock somebody would need something, and they'd call, and I'd have to wake up and answer the phone like I was never asleep, and then go take care of it, and then go back to sleep. And fortunately, I'm a light sleeper, so it's like I was going to wake up anyway, but... if there was a point where I think in my life I probably would have been the most financially stable, would have been then, because I worked so much overtime.
Oh, for real?
So much. Because officially the only reason that I got to school that I went to the school there was because before I went, I cashed out all my vacation time to pay that first year's tuition. Because I had never taken vacations, ever. That's how much I worked. I cashed out all my vacation and paid our tuition.
Jesus.
That's why I was in such a struggle to get a job when we were in school, because I was like, okay, I have nothing else because everything was working there.
Crackers, dude.
So it was a huge difference then, and then I didn't do much better then because I turned around and worked at the gas station, and then just ended up working there half the time more than I was even in classes. So
yeah, that was a raw fucking deal at that point. Yeah.
Funny thing, the boss over at that hotel is the good recommendation that got me the job over there. Because apparently the lady that owned it, when she called me back, she had gotten finished talking to him, and she was just like, holy shit, he praised you so much. And it's like, I was there for 10 years, so...
to be fair, Captain, it's you. You're the captain. How can you not be praised?
But I didn't think to the degree that he did it, because she kind of... I don't want to go over all of it, just the way she explained it, I was just like, holy shit, did you need to gush like that? Holy crap. Like... It made me kind of embarrassed. I'm like, do I have to live up to that? Jesus, calm down. It's because I've always had that issue. I guess when I was younger, is like, even if I wanted to overachieve, I don't want everyone to expect me to overachieve because it's tiring. Mm-hmm. And so then but at the same time, I don't want to underachieve. So it's hard to like force a mediocrity that's not mediocre to yourself, but you know is not fully you because you don't want to be full you because everybody's gonna bug you about it.
Yeah.
Like I really it sounds weird, but it's just always how I've been. Like anytime I want to do something, I never ever feel like I want to be the best because I don't want the attention. So I purposely never like throw everything unless I could do it in like anonymous terms where no one knows, and then I'll be like, okay, I'll go all out. But if they're like, I'm gonna put your name on it, it's like, oh, let me dial it back a bit. Let me like I don't know if I want that to carry to my grandchildren. I don't know. Like
that would imply that
so
if there's one thing I do not want, it is kids. Lord knows I don't want kids. Like I
want at least one. At least one.
Yeah, but I look at it like, okay, so, like, I'm fine teaching children, okay? Like, I've taught college, I've taught, like, all ages of kids. But, God, kill me if I ever have kids. I mean, oh,
see, I want at least one kid, and I'm not preferential to, like, whether it's a boy or a girl. Although I wholeheartedly, in my heart, know that I will spoil the fuck out of a girl. I will. If I have a little girl, I will be that stereotypical horrible dad in the sense of like if somebody even like looks at my girl in a sly way, no, I will body slam you. Like I don't give a fuck. Like I already know I will be that person because sometimes I'm like that with other people's like daughters if I'm like watching them or something and somebody said, "Bitch, what? You said what to her?" Like, you know, so I know if I have a little girl, oh no, I'll probably be in jail if somebody does something bad to my daughter. Like, I'll just be, they won't even have to like be like they had to go find me. I would turn myself in and be like, I did it. I don't care. Promote it. I did it. They fucked with my daughter. I don't give a shit. So I'll be realistic about that. But nevertheless, I would like one child, but I'm at the same time not against whether that's the child of my birth, whether I adopt a child, whether somebody already has a child and we raise them together. I'm not preferential to which way, but I would like to have a child.
Oh, okay.
So that's kind of where I stand. One way or another, I would like to raise a child, but preferably mine. Preferably my child.
But in all honesty, I don't know. It's just being kids. I'm fine teaching them. Like I'm fine, like looking after them for a bit. But if I kill me if I ever have kids, no, I don't want children. Never in my life. Fuck that noise, man. 10
years, you'll be calling me. You'll be all like, "Hey, so a thing happened." And I'll be like, "Mm-hmm. Do you want me to go get the shotgun?"
Right? Like, I will wholeheartedly. Well, hey, you'd be doing me a favor because, like, what? Okay, like,
to be fair, I have the same oath about if people see me in drag, so don't feel bad.
Right.
I was like, if I'm ever in drag, you can end me. That was not by my choice. Something is forcing me to do this. It's against my will. Like, nothing against people who do drag. I personally do not enjoy it. Like, I have friends that have done it, but I personally do not enjoy it for me. It has no appeal to me. So if I am in it, it is not by choice. Somebody is forcing me. You can put me out of my misery. It's okay.
Well, okay.
I'm just saying, in the same case with yours, that's kind of my guideline of this will never happen. If this happens, please be suspicious of the circumstances.
Okay. I was just gonna say, like, what is like, if I would not. One of the reasons why I don't, because like, I'm just gonna say it. Babies are ugly, okay? I was one ugly motherfucking baby, okay? I was an ugly fucking baby, people.
So, I can't fully disagree, but there are cute babies. They do exist.
Okay.
They exist.
Where do these hypothetical cute babies exist, Captain? I have to debate that. I have to. Where?
Asia. No, seriously, and that's not even a racial thing or anything. It is a thing that like me and different friends of all different races acknowledge. Like they're so adorable. They're like little babies from that. They're just so adorable. Growing up, you see the pictures, you see them playing, and you're just like, oh my god, you're so adorable.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. I mean, like that was.
That's my justification, at least. But yes, there are cute babies. But I get where you're coming from. There are some babies that, that how do they put it? It's like a young old person. Like when you get all old and wrinkly and everything, but you just know this. They were just born. But that's what you would expect to look like at the end of your life when you're shriveling up. And you're like, okay. Which, when you think about it, I guess it goes full circle.
Yeah.
You look like that when you come out, and if you live a full, healthy life, you're probably going to look pretty similar to that, but just a larger form. So
yeah, fair enough. I will say this much though. As far as babies, studies have shown that women prefer men who are completely shaved over guys with beards because they believe it's as smooth as a baby's bottom. And how could you say no to a baby's bottom when it's so clean and smooth, soft, elegant, innocent to the touch?
Oh my!
For the record, that's from a radio commercial that's going to be in Insane Driving. It's called Barlavon's Scepter Razors. Yeah. But yeah, I think this is a good length to end it on, considering how we have to get with the new. We have to subscribe to the new format. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. That said, I hope everyone enjoyed the Slab Lounge. I'm Doug Medhin. That's Captain K, Kevin Bradley, and this is the Zoom. This is our new Zoom format, everybody. Yeah. And I gotta admit, Zoom is much better than Discord. Just took us, 5 episodes to figure that shit out?
Yeah. I mean, I'll admit it. This is my first time actually interacting on Zoom, so okay. It works good. I'll admit it.
I can honestly see why the schools that I'm teaching for, they're use Zoom, because I gotta admit, the quality is a lot. Yeah, because I've been teaching JavaScript, Java, and Photoshop so far. I haven't gotten I straight up refuse to teach Unity unless they force me to do it, because I don't like Unity at all. The game concept.
I haven't been at the school or done game design in a while, and even back then, I had no love for Unity.
Oh, thank you.
Even way back then, I had no bit of love for it. I was like, oh. And it felt so convoluted, needing to do the most simplest things. And it's just like, wow, this is like a 6-hour process when you could just do this. Just right here.
Yeah.
Plus, I'm not great at modeling, too, so for Unity, that's a nightmare for me, because it heavily leans on it. It's heavy.
Mm-hmm. Well, that said, I hope you all enjoyed the new format for the Slab Lounge. Don't forget to... Because I had to write this shit down. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, because, that's a thing. Yeah, no, because, the marketing agency people, they were telling me, Doug, why haven't you been telling people to like, comment, and subscribe? You have to tell them that in the beginning.
Yeah, because we're on YouTube, so you have to do the whole acknowledge that we have buttons. That's how it works. We have buttons so that we can make sure we get all our viewers and everything, so...
Yeah, I'm just all I'm sorry, I keep forgetting to do that. Stop fucking forgetting, you idiot! So, yeah. Let me give you guys a quick, let me give everyone a quick run-through of, how big this game world is, because this game world is going to be massive. For those who watched the OG, Insane Driving, yeah, this is probably 3 or 4 times the size of the OG game world, because this fucker is huge. As you can see over there, let me click on something. Should I click on something? Thank you. Let me zoom in. As you can see, I kind of cloned the Springfield nuclear plant. I have a robot overlord college over there, and I'm currently in the process of kind of paying homage to the venture compound. I still have to model out the rest of the buildings. And then, am I maxed out on my fucking camera speed? Let me max that bitch out. Over here,
there you go.
Yeah, pretty much. Over here is the seaside resort, and yes, I will add water eventually. There's the racetrack. If you go there, you unlock the second game mode, which is kind of a moot point, because the second game mode will be the only one you'll be able to play when the demo comes out. Over here is Horseshit Park. Big homage to Shin-Chan, if any of you watch it. Horseshit Park. Oh my god, I love Shin-Chan so fucking much. I will take any excuse to put a Shin-Chan reference in all of my video games that I design. I swear to god. Here's the residential district. Over here we have Chubby Chasers Mall. And over there is something I gotta connect. That'll be a surprise for the when I showcase this game proper. And here is the Red Light District / Business District. And yeah, so this will be a car shop where I will load this bitch up with all types of cars. The plain black things you see there, kind of there. I'm gonna have to fuck with that a little bit. Those are all gonna be parking lots, with the exception of these things, because these will hold the shop where you can buy upgrades and the gas station where you can refill your health. And yeah, that said, like I said, you take care, everyone. This is the new Slab Lounge. Like, comment, and subscribe. I gotta get in the habit of saying that. And yeah, later on.